Save me. I'm Marina Joyce. Please save me. Do I look pretty? Wait, what does that have to do with anything that you're talking about? Are you in danger? Yes. I need a man that can save me from all this responsibility. I became so fucking popular. Oh, okay. Okay. So she's acting as a victim. I get it. And all the girls get into this position. Yeah. You wanna hear the story of how it's being done? Well, the internet does. The internet is on the extreme, and it's making her even more popular because of that. Because whoever is gonna save her, because they're waiting as well, right? They're saying hashtag save Marina. Wait, her name is Marina. Yeah, okay, whatever. I hate names that start with M, but that's my personal thing. So far, 3 out of 3 in my personal life went through the same story, girls that I was attracted to. And a lot more just show the same ideas. So it seems natural for girls to just simply go with art, consume a lot of ideas, get to the position where they have something of value, and she clearly does, because she is popular. You want to become popular? Well, solve her problems. Take her responsibility. So how did she get here? Well, she consumes art. And art contains, from the definition of art, people want to express themselves, right? They create art because it's an easier way to express complex ideas. So this is what art is, just an expression of idea. And girls consume that without, knowing the real reason behind the idea, the real story behind how a person have came to this conclusion and stuff like that. So that's, what girls consume, and they get in trouble when they get wrong ideas. Now, one question: is veganism a wrong idea? You'll have to go through another story, and this is where it gets very interesting. Because if people understand that, the whole fucking world would be saved. Just one thing, one simple thing, yeah. You can understand karma, but the structure that I have drawn, if you understand that properly, and there would be no violence in the world, that would be insane. We would be next level, next generation of people without war. Now, let's slowly get into this, because I already say it's super important. So, what is a cheater? And you can tell her to be a cheater, right? She wears makeup, she acts as if she is happy, but at the same time she contradicts herself and says that you have to save me from what? You're happy. What's wrong? But the thing is, if you jump over a gap, and you always want to do that because there's reward on the other side. You want something shiny, something that you look out for in life. Explore things. But you get these ideas that sometimes cheat the system, and it requires violence to do that. What veganism is, if you look from that perspective, does veganism cheat the system? And I would say no. Because the way to cheat the system, you have to use violence. To be vegan, you have to say, I will not support any violence against animals. So I will not support eating meat. And meat seems to be an easy access food. Like, if you want an easy way to, keep yourself healthy, you just can eat meat as to the things that, you happen to eat. So, a meat and other, are they called dairy products, or in general, things that animals produce, but you need violence to do it, right? So, if you need violence to do it, it's never gonna happen, like, to other people. You can't just say, oh, do this. People who accept a non-violence way of doing things, they will not be able to eat meat at all, right? So that's a bridge. That's not using violence. That is bridging the gaps without exploitation, without just jumping over. You're actually building a bridge. You're building an understanding, an idea that can be, giving to other people very easily. But still, I have to explain it to you. Anyways, what is karma then? What happens when you get to the other side with violence? What happens is you have to leave everything behind you. And sometimes there's going to be a gem appearing behind you, and you cannot get there. It's like a game of Snake. If you hit yourself, it's over. But you get stuck on the other side if you used violence, and you cannot get back because you don't even know how you get there in the first place. You haven't built a bridge to come back. And that's where girls end up in the towers, getting stuck and asking for help. And this in particular is offering a lot if you save her, right? Look at the views. Look at all this stuff. At all this fame that you get for saving her, for becoming her, a husband, not a boyfriend. Because that definition doesn't work very well. You become a hero. You are able to... What happens, when you cheat? Your responsibility becomes greater than what you can handle, what you understand, what you know as a skill. The skill comes from knowledge and reason, not just from ideas, but your responsibility can grow out of, the things that you know. And when it becomes greater than your skill, that's when you need a hero to save you. For example, I would require a mentor. I can't just throw out a victim card and ask for help. I would require a mentor to help me out, to let me figure out, or get more responsibility even. So men really end up in these places where they would want this reward. They would want all this fame because they can't get over the other side without cheating. So at the same time, it kind of balances out, and that's where the cool relationships can be created. The question is it the only case? But yeah, so far I believe it is. I believe every girl ends up like this. Every girl requires a hero, and also carries a very big reward behind them. But yeah, you have to first entangle the mess in the story. Okay, that's a little bit... now every single movie that you've seen where a girl gets trapped somewhere, basically that is the idea of art that was floating around all over the place. Yeah, the movie Frozen, I guess, does the same thing. The Entangled does the same thing. There's probably plenty of more movies to go that just tells you the exact same story. So the question is, which one do you choose? Yeah, it's funny because back in the day I was thinking this exact same question. There's so many girls, but which one do I choose? And I'm probably gonna pass through this tower, because I don't want this much responsibility. Come on guys. Don't give me this much responsibility. I know it's very important to educate people about violence and how to avoid it, how to think about karma and stuff like that, but, I'll just do my work. I'll get some responsibility simply for pointing it out. The towers exist. Thank you guys for watching. And hopefully you're in for the whole ride. Attaching to everything that I have to say and subscribing. It is much more than just a subscription, just a pressing of a button. It's an agreement to follow me wherever I go. So, thank you for whatever you decide. But you did decide to watch it. Thank you. Oh. Alright. See you guys later.